impromptu speaking, what is this about? The purpose is to provide an opportunity for those of you who haven't spoken yet or are new to the club to practice speaking off the cuff. The challenge here is to think on your feet to speak on a given subject, which I'll be using my phone for today. Since we are in the age of digitalization, we might as well make use of some technology.
Wow.
We had Marshall last session teach us about Amazon Echo, and now I'm just going to use the phone to follow up on that subject. Alright, so you need to stay composed and controlled and speak for 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, the green card will be flashed.
Flash.
Okay. Alright, 1 minute, your green card will be flashed. Okay. And at 1 minute and 30 seconds, the yellow card will be flashed. And at 2 minutes, the red card will be flashed. And you have to stop the time there. When the red card is flashed, the speaker has 30 seconds to end your speech. So the key is to make sure that you complete your task up to more than 1 minute and less than 2.5 minutes. Okay, so could I have one excited volunteer for our first impromptu?
Okay, Okay, we've got two now.
We've got Corwin and we've got Marshall. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. It's a secret title.
Propose to you. Okay. Sure.
Alright, so please read this.
What is your favorite thing at the beach?
So his topic is, what is your favorite thing to do at the beach? And your time starts now.
President, impromptu master, friends, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a guy, right?
Really?
So when you go to the beach, what would be the most favorite thing that a guy would want to do?
Look at the
Yo, watching the birds and the bees flying by, right? And in fact, I would have no reason to go to a beach if not for that. I hate swimming. I hate the sun. I hate water that is salty. So what else can I do? Alright? But to sit back and then watch. Actually, yesterday, Wednesday actually, so today is Friday, I just came back from Phuket Island. Wow! Alright, a lot of these Angmo are there and they do wonderful things, right?
What did they do?
Unfortunately, somebody was with me also with this trip. And you would have guessed correctly, who was that somebody? That was
Your wife.
my wife. Exactly. We actually celebrated our 37th anniversary. The exact date should be later this month, 28th. But of course, we would do it advance because the deal was so good. So, what would be the favorite thing that I would do at the beach? Other than watching the birds flying by, it is to be with my most beloved wife.
Yeah, better to be with your wife than to be with someone else's wife.
Or the girl who says she's the boy who says she's a girl.
Alright, wait, one important question for you. You were at Phuket, right?
I was at Phuket, yes.
How do you know whether the girls are girls?
I girls with uniform and serving us. I actually paid no notice, except her voice was very low. But my wife paid attention, and she said, "I guarantee you, she is a..."
He.
Okay.
Alright, thank you very much for that. We have one more volunteer, right? Marshall, you'd like to come up? Great, so thanks for volunteering yourself as tribute. Good luck to you. And this is your topic. Can you read it out loud?
What would you do if you knew you could not fail? What would you do if you knew you could not fail? If I knew I could not fail, I would do everything. Because I would not fail. If I wanted to do something great and powerful, that's what I would do. If I wanted to be a little mischievous, I'm not going to tell you whether I'll do it or not, but it's certainly an option. Now what would you do if you could not fail? That's one of the things I would do if I could not fail. But if I thought about this real deeply, I would say to myself, I would do something that was important. Yes, I just talked about all the selfish things that I would do, but I'm not a selfish guy. But I would identify some of the things that are very important to the world and to myself. As you know, this world today is very complex. There's wars and whatever that's happening. And if we can do something to change all of this, to make people come together, to make people believe in the world, then I would do something like that. I'm not a god. I'm not trying to be a god. I'm just trying to be me, and this is the true me.
Wow, how inspiring. I think I would do the same as you. Just buy a lottery ticket. Or buy whatever. But then what if everybody couldn't fail? Then we just get $1 each.
Absolutely.
Alright, could we have another brave volunteer? Oh,
Okay.
wow, again. Alright, thanks Arun for your bravery. This is your topic. Could you read it out loud?
What is the least favorite household chore? What is your least favorite household chore?
Least favorite, not the most one.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever my wife insists me to do is my least favorite. And invariably, when I'm back home, after about few minutes, she'll be ready that please can you do this, can you do the dishes, or can you do the laundry, or can you dry the clothes? And I get so irritated that I've just walked in and as if you were waiting for me to do all this. You could have done this. You did the laundry at 4 o'clock and you were waiting for me to come at 8 o'clock. So she said, yeah, but I was very busy, you know. So ladies and gentlemen, life is like that. We all don't like to be guided, don't like to be reminded, don't like to be goaded. So we like to be ourselves. It's not that I don't like to do any household chores. I do like. In the morning, my favorite household work is when I wake up, I have a bottle of water, read Straight Times, and then I clean the house. I do the mopping every day. It's not because of any other reason, because my wife asked me, but I love cleaning. Cleaning is my passion. I cannot tolerate anything untidy in my house or be it my office, anywhere. So that's my most favorite chore at home. My wife does most of the work at home. She does probably 95% of the work at home. And I do only that 5%. And in that 5% also, I keep cribbing. So men are like that. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Can we have another volunteer?
Alright.
Alright, this is your topic.
How to
Will you
get
read
down?
this out loud?
You cannot see. What's the
Read it out loud.
Are you a leader or a follower?
Ah, that's a good question. Ah, that's a very good question.
A pleasant evening to all. I'm Gideon Cheong, of course from Singapore. This is not my first time here, but say what you want. I always will follow the first one who speaks. That's why I'm a follower. But because I'm in the leadership, have been in the leadership role for quite some time, so sometimes I have to lead. So we were talking to somebody in the audience here. He's sitting in the back. He get a name, Chong. So he's asking me, do you know so and so? I said, yes, I know him. Was in the school earlier than him. But he was in the leadership earlier than me. But somehow I took over from him because I'm now in the alumni. I'm the president there. I'm also actively involved in the school advisory committee. There are many roles that I have to be in the leadership because I'm the one who always step forward. Because why? My height is not high, not tall. So when they line up, I always in the first one. So that's why I'm always lead. I don't want to be a leader. No choice. So next time you must be tall enough, then you be at the back, then you can be a follower. So by virtue of my height, I'm always a leader, whether in queuing up or in doing things. One thing will know me, they say he will call me to come here. But nevertheless, I'll be the first one to speak if there's a chance. So I do not want to take away all the time. Next time when you see me, you call me, I will be in front of you.
All right.
See all that hand action and movement.
First lady.
So now the Benjamin has retired already.
First lady is speaking.
I have a tough question for you. Okay, this is your question. Can you read this out loud, please?
Oh, should kids be required to wear uniforms in school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should kids be required to wear uniforms in school?
Okay, good luck.
Good luck.
Correct. So as a teacher, I've been teaching English for over 21 years. From Mongolia. But actually, I have no experience teaching in secondary school and primary schools. I used to be a university professor.
Wow.
So I think children should wear uniforms in school because wearing uniforms in school allows children to feel themselves confident, right? I mean, there's no nowadays, even in Mongolia, since 1990, Mongolia has become a democratic country. We used to be a socialist country, right? Bordered with Russia and China. So the gap between the poor and the rich has been huge, I would say. There's such a big, gap between that, and so I'm pro children wearing uniforms in school. So it's first that no discrimination, no such negative attitude, negative I would say, how would you say? Discrimination, And then the second thing is also discipline thing, I mean, also it's cozy and easy, for children, for parents to, let their children study and feel happy and they feel the equal. So I'm for.
Oh,
Yes. Actually, my name is Ganchana.
Okay.
So it means steel. Gan means steel, and Chimik means decoration, and a steel decoration from Mongolia, Ghana. From the country Ghana.
Solid as steel.
Thank you.
I thought it was a tough question, but it looks like she has 21 years of experience answering this kind of a question. Okay, here's your question.
You're gonna read out loud. Do you think there is a limit to how fast a human can run?
Okay. Good luck.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Do I think there's a limit to how fast a man can run? I think there is, physically. But mentally, I don't think there is any. I think all of us can think that we can fly, rather than walk, even run. So the limit is only what we impose in our mind. Of course, physically, it's not quite possible to run at unlimited speed yet. But then with AIs and robotics and all those, I think we can just have a port somewhere and then we just use the mind to determine how fast we can run. Maybe even faster than the cheetah. So that's a question that is long, but then that's the answer can be very short. So, like I said, the limit is only in our mind, and physically, we are not there yet, but someday we'll be there. Thank you.
Vivian, is this your first time speaking?
No.
Oh,
Young.
okay.
Handsome man.
Yes, well, is it well?
Yes. Yes, go ahead, go ahead.
Your heart beating very fast.
Don't worry, there have already been many good examples before. Handshake. Alright. And here's your question.
Do you think time travel will eventually be possible? Eventually, if you're imaginative, like if you imagine everything is possible, then it is possible. There's no limitation to a lot of things that you want to do. So you can imagine anything that is possible, right? So even if you want to think that you can fly, you can fly. You can, if there's time travel, all the more you start thinking of the things that you can't do, that you've never done before, and you start imagining, and you start doing it in the present moment. So you don't have to think about time travel or being in a time travel. What I'm trying to say is that being in the now, being in the present, allows you to actually time travel. Makes sense?
No.
No.
Stay.
So if you're thinking about time travel, basically at the end, at the back of your head, you'll think that it's impossible, right? So, but if you're in the present moment, you think about things like doing things out of the box. You think of things that, like me, now, like I was called to do this, it's just quite impossible. So thinking about time travel is also just as impossible for me to like just be here first time, here, and then I'm pulled out to actually talk. It's quite impossible. But I am doing it. I'm just enjoying the moment of being in the present. So who knows, like maybe a year later or two, it could be possible.
Yeah.
So if time travel were possible,
There's a penalty for coming late.
we were just talking about time.
You can do topics.
Yeah, it's the best time.
Travel through time.
Alright, so we're here. The topic is here. Can you please read this out loud?
What purchase has been your biggest waste of money?
The diamond ring.
She didn't buy that.
But it's a very good, interesting topic for me. Because recently I just shifted and I was trying to clear away my old clothes and everything. I think it's more than one big items. Or many small items that make it big. If I look back, there's a lot of cosmetics, maybe products that I have not used it.
Expired already.
Yeah, correct, precisely. And then there's a lot of clothes that I'm not wear. And then these are the two biggest things that actually I spent a lot of money. When you started the shift and you're looking at how am I going to clear away all these stuffs. Yeah, I think for me this would be the things that I felt probably I went a bit too much on that. Yeah.
You created a mini supermarket or something.
Yeah. So there's like, and when I started to realize that, it's like, I tried hard to learn to recycle all these things. So I donate it. I asked my friends around to come back, hey, I'm throwing all these clothes away. Who is interested? You know, you may want to have a look because some are still very nice pieces because everybody felt different. And instead of recycling in Singapore, what I did is, I actually sent it over to Malaysia. Because I felt that I think in Singapore, a lot of all these things has been wasted. So I you know, whenever I come, I bring some back over to Malaysia actually. Yeah.
Smart, good.
Not really.
Okay, well done.
Wow, we have quite a few female representatives already, so maybe I could just sample the man behind.
Richard.
Yeah, Richard. Sabotage.
No sabotage.
Volunteer.
Yeah, I'm very pleased to help.
Okay, this is your question.
Are you usually early or late? Within Club Preston, fellow, I don't know who to address you, fellow friends, are you always early or late? Basically for me, punctuality is the most important because it's basically a respect of time to the people you're going to have for meetings. It's ridiculous that people have a meeting at 4 o'clock and then at 4 o'clock they call, hi Richard, I'll be late, and then they probably leave at 4. Reach the destination at 4:30. So punctuality is very important. Basically for me, I learned punctuality or being very punctual because I was in Germany for 6 years. Wow. And therefore, if you are 5 minutes late, there will be no meeting. Usually we'll have meetings 15 minutes earlier. I should share with you some of the benefits of why you should be early. If you are at a meeting 15 minutes or 20 minutes early, what you could do, you could get familiarity with the environment. You could, if you are going to a meeting with some board of directors, you can sit with the receptionist, you can check what are the books, the latest update, what the company has progressed. So you can make yourself very comfortable. You can breathe in 10 times. Wow. You can breathe and stay calm. You could revise and look at the things that you want to present and flashback. So being punctual have many advantages. Of course, the thing that I disliked was waiting for your girlfriend. They say, okay, let's have a movie at 6 p.m. And at 5:55 p.m. they're still not here.
Yeah, you never remember.
Or, of course, we have no choice. But I think with all due respect to the people that you're meeting, I think we should emphasize on punctuality. And if you're late, you know, 10 to 15 minutes you should have told someone because you could have a meeting at 4 o'clock. By 3:30, you should know whether you'll be late or not. And this is the respect. And by showing respect to one another, you already have able to connect with the person they are dealing with you. Back to you.
Those are very convincing arguments, and it actually makes me feel kind of bad because I'm the girlfriend who doesn't. Exactly.
Oh, you got boyfriend already, ah?
Okay. Can we have another volunteer?
Sure.
Okay. This is your topic.
One question, would you ask a person serving a life sentence in prison? Wow.
That is tough question.
Okay. That's quite long. So one question would you ask a person serving a life sentence in prison? So let's just bring it down. First you have to put yourself in the position. So now, somehow or other, I'm visiting a prison and I'm giving an interview to this man serving a life sentence. Okay, hope you're all visualizing it now. So I sit down and I ask him, do you regret what you have done? So, for a person serving a life sentence, that's it. There's no tomorrow. Every day is the same. So he has a lot of time to think, run through his thoughts. So based on this, when I asked him, do you regret what you have done? Maybe at the point of time when he committed this offense, he didn't think about this future, this eventuality. So when I bring it up to him, after all the days, months, years he has spent already served, he will give me his story, how he ended up here, whether he wished he could have done things a little bit differently, get his full story, his background. And yes, so that is what I would ask a man serving a life sentence in prison.
Okay, do you regret?
It's quite a solemn topic after all that fun we had.
Yeah, it's a difficult topic.
Yeah, but I gave it to you. So.